Welcome to Be Offended with Joe and Tim.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, Tim. And guest.
Wow. And guest in this era of social distancing. Look at us. We actually have
a crowd.
How did we pull this off? Are they going to come? Is Dr. Fauci going to come and arrest us?
Yeah, probably. He's losing his shit.
Who's our guest today? I can't see.
I can't hear either, apparently.
Well, I'm back.
That was scary.
Oh! Wait,
with all this social distancing, hopefully I don't make another baby. I don't know.
Is that
God.
John the Babymaker?
Oh,
right
no.
there?
Did you just hear that? John's threatening having another child. That's
Keep it inside too long.
Yeah.
They say after you have a kid, you never have sex again. So at least we know John's had sex 2 times since he had his first child. So that's good.
You're a new father. You'll let us know how that turns out for you.
Oh God!
Oh, why do you think I'm podcasting?
Yeah, because you have nothing else to do on a Friday night.
Exactly.
Certainly not getting to it. No. Kids asleep and it's time to podcast.
It's time to hang out with the boys.
Yes, no. The human female body is for nourishment of the baby only.
Yes,
it's no longer for fun.
Would you test? Would you ever suckle?
Oh God!
Is it something,
God.
John? Have you tested?
We're really starting early with the offensiveness. Wow.
Have you suckled?
I have not tested, but that reminds me of a story.
Oh no!
Do you have a story about this?
No, I know exactly where he's going.
Of breast milk? I don't know.
Tim, do you remember when we were kids growing up and we called Joe?
We've told this story once before.
There was a sound on the other end of the phone. And Tim was like, I know that sound. That's the sound of Joe sucking on a titty.
Yeah.
And he knew it.
Yes, I do remember that. Joe was...
Yeah,
Joe has tried.
Joe calls himself the audiophile, but I was the one who was able to recognize that he was on the phone with us while also sucking on a titty.
What was crazy is that it wasn't anything else that I was doing but that. Like, it was, but I was being so quiet, but somehow you just heard that one noise.
But
I think I not only recognized the sound of it,
you knew who it was.
I even identified the titty.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh,
somehow. By that
interesting.
sounds exactly which woman he was with at the moment.
This is a perfect segue. This is great.
Wait, hold on, before you
oh no!
Bookmark.
Stop my beautiful segue.
I misspoke. Which child he was with?
Bush. Oh God.
We were all children then.
Bookmark the segue because I don't think I've brought this up on the show before, but I am convinced, and this doesn't work for the podcast, but so I don't know how we're going to do this out. But I'm convinced. Hold on. Because you're a genius and you can figure this out.
Okay.
I'm convinced if you gave me a picture of 12 vaginas and a picture of 12 faces, that I could match the vagina with the face.
That sounds really...
That's an interesting bit.
I think, Tim, I have faith in you. I think you could do it.
Yes. I have never been surprised when I saw a vagina based on what the face looked like.
But
like, did you ever see some like questionable vaginas?
Joe would take this one step further.
Or how'd he take it?
I can identify.
The only way he could do it
would be scratch and sniff for Joe. So Joe would be able to match the smell.
All of the girls that I've been with, minus one, have been non-smelly. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know how we could ever test it, but considering that I can identify
I can make that a quiz.
By sound, I'm pretty sure that like if you took like 12 faces, like from the like half the neck up, a full face picture, and a picture of the vagina from like dead on, I could match them. My
porn drive is back up and running. I could easily do this test.
Okay, I don't know how we would make it interesting for the listeners, but I just want to share.
Okay.
My secret skill of being like, yep, that is the girl's vagina.
So back to my beautiful segue that was ruined.
Back to your segue that I totally ruined. I'm sorry.
Because we were on the topic of boobs and now we moved to vagina. Now I had to move us back up again, back to second base.
Good thing the boobies are movable, Joe.
Yeah, the boobies are movable. No one's going to get that reference.
You're playing the bits between the commercials now.
Well, now you get well, not that one. That's a secret one. That's being held on. Don't worry, we'll get there. So, in this day and age of politically correctness and, everybody's offended, how do restaurants like Hooters stay alive and not have like giant lawsuits against them for discrimination and all that shit? Like, is Hooters able to survive? How is Hooters able to survive? I don't understand.
Maybe their grandfather did.
I like that. That's a good.
It might be something that
they were around before people got offended.
People were offended,
but we were around.
So it survived. It survived the initial feminism. Like there was a big thing when Hooters, the Bresturants came out. There was like a big feminist, and I think people used to protest it and care. I think it's just one of those things that's been around so long, and they never updated it from like the high-waisted shorts with the pants. Like they didn't update the Hooters outfits, so it's just more of like it's more of like a nostalgic thing from the 80s than it is like an actual current offensive.
See, that's an interesting take, but also it's grandfather did.
I think John's right, but I think the food is decent enough. I enjoy a good Hooters wings, and then when
you're actually getting me hungry for some Hooter wings right now.
I wish it was football season right now. I don't know if there's ever going to be football season again, but if there is, I'm going straight to Hooters.
I saw John behind glass.
At Hooters?
No, just earlier when I was dropping off the microphone for John, and John had the glass door, and I was just placing stuff on like a creepy FedEx delivery guy, just placing the stuff on there, and then he opened the door and he was like, "No, don't come any closer." He was through the giant pane glass.
You actually saw Joe outside of his car?
Yeah,
I did.
Because Joe came to pick up that stuff from my house.
Oh, by the time you opened up your door. Car. No, because I was already on my way out.
My guess was that he put on like another 75 pounds and that he was just like trying to sneak around. So John, can you confirm?
John?
Has Joe put on the COVID-19?
The COVID-19's not there.
The COVID-75?
So I think that if we tracked his GPS, there might have been a stop to get cookies.
There might have been.
You guys gonna put like a secret tracker?
I cannot confirm or deny that I did not see cookies.
There was no cookies. What are you just?
Was the smell of McDonald's wafting off of him as he dropped off? Did the microphone smell like secret sauce?
There was like ketchup running down the side. I didn't look at the car
when the door opened to see if anything rolled out. Like like sometimes
like a dead girl,
like a loose nugget or something. Just a couple of sad nuggets rolling down the street.
Oh my god.
Well, they are essential, Joe. So don't worry.
So. Yes. So then, is Hooters essential?
No, I don't know.
I wonder if the restaurant. Ours closed a while ago, so we wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where the nearest Hooters is, but also like, did they do takeout? Like, I don't really like the whole.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, they do takeout.
The girl comes over in her little like whore outfit.
That would be awesome. I would get takeout. You
didn't hear what they were doing in I forget what state it was, but Boober Eats. You didn't hear about Boober Eats?
Oh, I did hear about Boober Eats. John doing show prep.
Oh my God! Look at this, John.
Well,
yeah, they having this. Yep. I'll let John introduce it.
I have a large office in Atlanta, and I spent a lot of time down there. So I called one of my coworkers down there, and I was like, "All right, tell me the truth. Is Magic City closed?" And sadly, it is. But they all got jobs. They didn't get laid off. They're working for Boober Eats.
So there's strippers delivering food.
Yes.
That's like a half step away from prostitution.
Yeah, that's very
that is like really close to.
For John, though, that's probably full prostitution. John opens the door and he just comes
slowly.
on her. Oh my God. So, okay, speaking of cum shots, we're going to keep going here with all my topics.
How do you make that segue? That's a rough segue right there.
So on a previous episode, we were talking about how COVID could be sexually transmitted
through cum facials. Cum facials.
Yes.
So
yes.
My brother and I,
we know it's through rim jobs. We know that for sure.
Yeah, we know it's definitely a rim job or connection. But okay, so remember I was trying to text my brother, but I didn't.
I can't multitask.
Yeah, I just can't. So I never actually asked my brother like how deep he's into all that stuff. Turns out
rim jobs or facials?
No. Okay. Both. In infectious diseases.
Oh, okay,
yeah. Sorry. And it turns out that he's on one of the top task forces in New Jersey for infectious diseases. He was on when the when Ebola was breaking out, and they were sending people here. He was on that task force. So he is one of the main people in New Jersey dealing with this whole COVID thing.
Every single time, Joe, you open your mouth, you just bring yourself down on the level of prepping. You're literally your brother.
I know.
Is a top doctor in the pandemic, and you just found out about it like weeks into the pandemic. Mr. Prepper himself, you literally have inside information. You could have been on that boat sucking penises for like 6 weeks already. You would have had all the toilet paper. You would have had everything people need, all the masks, all the respirators, all the ventilators. That would have all been yours. Yeah. But you didn't talk to your brother.
No, it's not that. Well, first of all, I have an even bigger connection than him. There's a doctor in the CDC who did help me research for my TV series.
The greatest series ever.
Featuring
which John was in it.
Babymaker.
I don't think we've ever talked. Oh, no, we kind of did. We talked about it in season 2 of The Inappropriate Guys. We mentioned that we killed off John.
In your television show.
Yeah.
Which never aired.
Which never aired, but
now is the perfect time.
John, I got to tell you, you're making it into the reel that's going to Quibi, who might be purchasing the entire series.
Is there going to be a?
Yeah.
Is John going to get residuals for that?
No, because he signed a waiver.
He signed it.
Yeah, he gave
John,
me.
I know a good lawyer, John. Don't worry about that. We'll get you out of that.
I worked for a bag of chips that
day. No, he signed a full release.
I'm sure that was under duress.
Under duress.
Yeah.
There was a knife on him.
Under law, you're presumed to be bound to any contract that you can read, but the joke's on anyone who's in a contract with John because John can't read. So John hasn't paid his mortgage in like 15 years. He just goes down. He's like, "Oh yeah, really? Yeah. Hold on, let me sign my name." And they're like, "Oh my god, this guy can't read. How do we give him money?"
He just hands out business cards that he hand wrote. It's just like an X.
His business card is like the 3 of diamonds.
Yeah, like the Joker hands out a Joker card.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my god. Do you have any updates from your Tower of Terror, aka Tim's home?
My Tower of Terror?
Because you're kind of locked in with a baby and ex-pregnant wife. Not ex-wife, but ex-pregnant wife.
I like to go out in the morning, lick all the all the mailboxes, all the handles of the local delis and stuff. Yeah. And, just hoping for that sweet release of death.
It's gonna be the House of Horrors. We've all heard the story already. They're gonna all die.
House of Horrors is John's. Please, please.
No, you know what?
No, I'm holding out. I'm holding out until there's 2 things. There's the Rage Against the Machine concert in August.
Oh, that's never happening.
The start of football season. And those are the 2 things. And if they reschedule it. Mm-hmm. I'm okay. If they move it from like August to November or something, that's fine.
Oh,
but if they cancel it like they did the Keen concert,
then
they announce football's not starting,
murder suicide.
Yeah, no, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get really like I don't like. Yeah, I get the level of depression. I'm thinking like tissue boxes on my feet. I'm thinking
this is. Are you thinking sandpaper?
Hear me out here.
Is it gonna get? Is it gonna get that bad?
I have $1 million idea. Okay. Ooh. And this is truly, I don't know if someone else has mentioned this yet. I've been only on Fox News for the past couple of weeks reading headlines only and not reading the articles. So I have no idea what's actually going on in the world.
Extremely well informed.
Yeah.
Enough about this hoax.
Yeah.
The Obama administration. Can we believe it?
Has anybody thought of this about any football, baseball, basketball? Okay. What if all of the players are playing on PlayStation, their own character in the real team on everything? You get what I mean? So we could watch everybody play and then there's some kind of real game going on between everybody, but it's a video game. Since they can't be athletic, they can just sit down and play the video game.
They've done that. They have that.
They have it?
Yeah, no, they've done like NBA They did a whole tournament, whatever the NBA PlayStation game is, where they had
why'd you get
like
so
6
sad
or 8
sounding?
real NBA players like play that game. I think they're streaming like Major League Baseball, the show. I don't know if they've done Madden yet because it's off season.
That's what I'm saying.
They actually have.
They could do that.
But I don't think you could have. I think when you play Madden, it's like 1-on-1. You only control like the person with the ball. Like I don't think it's set up to have like.
I haven't played. I haven't made.
Yeah, because that would be cool. Yeah, no, because that would if you actually had like the offensive lineman like controlling himself and they had to like all move in unison like they would in. Exactly. I would actually watch that. To be honest with you,
I would watch that too. That's what I'm saying.
They could make all 22 people. If they could make all 22 people actually control themselves, so like it's the same.
And just
way,
have a camera on their face, with all the reactions and everything, and everybody screaming and grunting and all the smack talk.
I would actually watch that. Yeah, that would actually be really cool because they do such a good job in programming those games to the people's like strengths and skills.
Yeah, it's
that
really
actually
them.
like it really could. Yeah, it's just you know what that is $1 million idea, Joe.
I'm telling you,
they have not had it. Yeah, they have professionals playing their online games, but they haven't done it in the way you're saying, where it's actually like 5-on-5 basketball and like all 5 people are being controlled by the actual person who.
Interesting. Okay. I wonder if we could like sneak that and get John in there and just have him as a defensive linebacker.
No.
I'm just thinking how long it would take to like redo how long it would take to redo the games to have 22 inputs like that. Like,
I don't think it would be that hard.
I think society's going to break down before they figure out how to make all 22 players on a football field. Yeah, no, we're definitely
okay.
Yeah, we're right on the cusp already. So
well, because I heard that they're trying to move everybody to what was the state with they had like 22 arenas all around each other. I forgot what.
Wait, for baseball, they either Florida or Arizona. They want to move all the baseball players.
Yeah. To be able to do all of them in one area, so that way they can all play without having to infect everybody, and they're just going to televise it without an audience, which is going to be really weird.
Well, the most important thing, Joe, besides baseball, is that the
bets keep going.
No, is that the porn production companies are offering work from home packages now.
Oh, I smell a segue.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. So these Los Angeles-based porn production companies reportedly offering customized packages to some adult film stars to help them shoot from home during the coronavirus pandemic.
I'm telling you, I told you it's going to be homemade
Vixen
porn.
Media Group on Monday announced the option for certain performers to $2,500,000 worth of production equipment, including cameras, toys, and lingerie.
Wait, 2,500,000? That's not a real word.
250,000? What did I say?
There you go. You said 2,500,000.
2,500,000.
I can math.
I think that works.
2,500,000? 250,000.
Okay, sure. Listen, son.
I hope you don't teach your son how to do math.
I have not slept in like 3 days.
Oh my God.
I don't even know where
I have no sympathy
is right now.
I sleep like a fucking rock.
So anyway, they're going to work with couples, roommates, solo performers, etc. So
John.
I think that's really, but I think there's union problems with this, honestly, Joe. I mean, they're setting the cameras and everything. So isn't there a union issue now? You have these
no
operators
union in porn.
There's no union in porn?
No union in porn.
No.
Not at all.
Joe's tried to join. It's not there.
John was trying to be my manager.
What's sad is that what's sad now is that you can't go to Japan to be a male porn star anymore.
I know, and it was right at the time. Like I could even fly to Japan right now for like $75. Like legitimately, I can go one way to Japan for $75. I looked.
Only strictly for porn purposes.
Yeah, for porn purposes, just to fulfill my inappropriate guy's legacy. I had to fulfill what I had set off into the sunset for when we canceled the last show. Now, John, because there is a home porn going on, and you said that you still kept up your sexual activities.
Oh God, country's sick enough, Joe.
John was threatening that there might be a fourth baby.
Yes. Where are we going with this?
Well, no, I'm just saying you can make some money on the side. You get in there.
Oh, doing homemade pornography?
Doing homemade pornography.
So, Joe, in a time like this, where the point is maybe the only thing that people are grasping onto, I don't think they want me. I really don't think.
I don't know.
Now's the time.
I've
now
seen
is not the time. John is out of his porno prime. Is that what you're saying?
I think I am out of my porno prime.
John, you didn't grow the mustache. I saw you. You didn't grow it.
The hair is getting there. So I think in the next 2 weeks or so will be a game day decision.
Great.
Because the mustache.
What's your haircut plan, John? Do you have a haircut plan?
John's so we're teaching Andrew how to use scissors. And
how old's Andrew? 3?
My plan right now is that basically, you know how like when you go out to buy a snowblower, you know that the year you go buy a snowblower, it's not going to snow for the next 5 years. So I'm thinking next week, if I let him try to cut my hair, I'm going to have to go back to work the next week. So might be worth a try.
Is he strong enough to get through those curls though?
No. It's going to be hilarious.
That's an industrial strength machine.
I did Google trying to get clippers on Amazon, and
you can't buy anything on Amazon.
B, they're like $60. I'm like, like a $20 clipper. I need.
You don't want to use a $20 clipper. I've had injuries from $20 clippers.
John, you could probably borrow the clipper Joe uses to shave his pubes. So
yeah, I have an extra pube. It's the same thing.
It's on the side of the bed, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, oh man, all right, we have to go to a break.
I tried, and right now it's not looking too good.
Oh Lord,
they're starting to do it. And I don't know if you guys are doing that, but they have like monthly meetings. So they're like you need to really get something with the team. We're encouraging video. So for the first month, they couldn't figure out how to do it, but I know they're gonna do it the second month, and I cannot wait to see like everyone without
So Tim, you know that's all I do, and
so how ugly is it getting out there, John?
We had video working instantaneously.
Wait, but how ugly is it getting?
No, it's not ugly yet. People, you can see that the hair. Like, I'll wear a hat sometimes. Like if on a bad day.
How many people have stood up without pants on?
It's the funny thing is more the naked kid running in the background.
Oh,
it's
that's
basically the kid takes off their diaper and is like swinging in the air.
That's scary
stuff. Or you hear like the parent like forget to mute and like start like beating their kid on calls. Kind of
child abuse.
Wait, so now on normal people conference, are they still using the humble corner as their backdrop? Are they or like celebrities do? Corner. Or like because I feel like I'm gonna do like the nicest corner. Or actually, I don't know. What's the better thing, John and Joe?
You know what you should do?
People at work. Do I look poor so they feel bad for me and then they give me more money?
Yeah, because you want the raise.
So my backdrop's my liquor cabinet.
Of course it is.
So when I work from home, my computer faces the door. So you see the door,
empty bottles,
shelf, and you see 3 shelves of liquor.
I love how
people have
wait.
People have noticed on the call.
There's no books on
it. Wait. We need to back up.
The cabinet's starting to look really empty.
We need to back up. John started saying liquor cabinet, but then he said bookshelf.
Bookshelf.
I call it the liquor shelf, whatever you want to call it.
Because John doesn't read.
There's obviously no books on that. He was like, what are we going to do with this bookshelf? I guess we can make it into a liquor cabinet.
There's 3 books on it.
How to drink.
One of them is a bar mixing book.
Oh, see, there you go. I was right. We got to go for a break. We're way over time.
Oh, okay. We can just do, I think we're just so lonely, guys.
We're just all anxious.
It's just so nice to talk to somebody besides my 3-month-old.
Yeah. All right. So nice. We'll be right back after this.
We'll be right back.
Looking for more talk radio? You can listen to all of Season 2 of The Inappropriate Guys right now on BeOffendedRadio.com.
And we're back.
We are back.
Boy.
Now, John. Oh, sorry. I can't see you.
No, go ahead. What did you need from John?
Has he seen the Tiger King yet?
Oh,
I have not. My dad has.
You guys are useless. Of course, your dad has.
Because I have not seen either. But there is breaking tiger news.
Ooh.
That a tiger at the Bronx Zoo tested positive for the coronavirus.
I saw this.
What?
I saw this.
Yes. Apparently, a zookeeper was like, that sounds like a little bit of a dry cough, and they somehow got the tiger tested for coronavirus.
Wait a second.
and 6 other tigers and lions at the zoo are also showing symptoms.
This proves that it's sexually transmitted.
I think it's science. You gotta get your brother on the phone. You can be a guest.
I gotta get him on.
Yeah, so apparently, I guess, I feel like it was just, this is obviously like a Netflix marketing ploy.
Yeah, there's
because
something
like everyone's
weird.
talking about the Tiger King, and then all of a sudden, like the news came out that like the tigers, the Bronx Zoo have
not a chimpanzee, not a lemur, not a red panda,
a tiger. When
tiger.
Tigers are like the hottest they've been since one destroyed Siegfried or Roy. I don't remember which one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I have not seen it yet. I keep thinking about it though. But we started rewatching Community instead, which is like much shorter.
God. Okay. Wasted your time. Yeah. Just go straight to the craziness.
So, my life is craziness, Joe. My life is craziness.
So what was the zookeeper?
Try having 3 kids at home, Tim.
Who is the zookeeper? What?
The first thing that happens when the quarantine's lifted, I'm getting a vasectomy.
yes. Thank God.
So who's the zookeeper who's having sex with all the tigers?
Yeah, who had the cum shot on the tiger? Is this what they're doing? This is what they're doing while they're closed. They're getting bored with the tigers.
Wait, so now we did that episode where there was the theory that the doctors, they go into like their particular specialty because of sex perversion. So is it the same thing with zookeepers?
Yeah.
Are zookeepers all perverts as well?
I think so. I think we've cracked the case.
We've cracked the.
Oh my God. I don't know. I haven't seen any zoos in operation in 6 weeks, so there's a lot of bored zookeepers.
There's too much fucking going on. Yeah. That's gonna be really tough too, because like all those zookeepers, like they used to probably have to like sneak having sex with the animals,
and now
that the zoos are closed, they can just like do it all the time. So like, how do you go back to like sneaking the zoo sex when you just were able to just have it all the time?
Right? I mean,
What? I wonder if the zookeepers realize that a lot of these zoos don't have like the webcams. So all the schools are using
live streaming.
Does this relate back to the earlier story with the Vixen video sending $250,000 worth of equipment? Is that the porn we're seeing now? It's all going to be zoo porn?
It's zoo tiger porn.
Like my office the other day said, like, here's to 25 top U.S. zoos that you can watch videos at. I'm like, oh that's kind of cool. The kids will love this. And now we got to worry about these zookeepers popping up.
You have to worry about. You don't realize that it's actually just a cam girl show. 25 minutes till it starts, and there's this like the zookeeper who's wearing like some kind of sexy leather outfit or something. The tiger's just kind of laying there all seductively.
Oh God!
Waiting for the live show to start.
Tim's had way too much time to think about this.
I'm just having.
He's watched it. I don't know. One of the two.
Did you guys ever stumble upon bestiality porn growing up?
Oh God, I have a story about that where I think most people got the same video though, because it was somebody. There was
the same video of the dog and the woman.
Yeah, because people were changing the titles of downloads.
Yeah, on like Limewire or whatever, right?
Yeah. And you would download whatever, and it could be anything. I downloaded it twice from 2 different things completely. One was supposed to be like a music
the first time
video.
Was in HD. You had to get the second time.
No, one was I was trying to get a music video.
The dog came the first time. You had to get the second copy.
Yeah.
So, was he a good boy or a bad boy? I need to know. I gotta download the other copy. Part 2. I need it.
Part 2. Yeah. So
yeah. That's funny though. I didn't realize how traumatized I was to right now. As soon as we were talking about like the zoo sex, I just had like a flashback to like this, like the woman, and then like the dog comes over, and then like sure enough, like,
we know where that's going. Yeah. Oh God, that brings back such horrible memories.
Doesn't it? That's what I'm saying. Like it's one of those things. Like you don't realize you were scarred for life until you.
What's weird is it's a nostalgic, horrible feeling because it brings you back to the time of your childhood and LimeWire and all the stupid things. But then it's
the
like
good old days.
Oh, that all of a sudden you're like, what is this? And you're like, oh, yeah, no, thank you. I'm not watching any tiger porn. Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think like because our parents obviously, like, because we barely grew up with the internet, like we were. already almost
were on the
teenagers
cusp.
by the
Yeah.
time like the internet really like. So
Yeah.
like, do you think our parents knew what we were doing and just
they had no
chose
clue.
not to care?
Oh,
I
my
think they
dad,
had no
did they have
my
no
dad
clue?
definitely knew because
We knew what your dad was doing because we used to
he's a
go in and we used to
pioneer.
use your
pioneer.
Netscape and the entire top of his browser was all bookmarked pornography. Because back in the day when you used to get those, remember it automatically added the bookmarks and like the shortcuts.
God.
So the top of the browser, we'd like log in to like do our like homework or whatever the fuck we were doing in sixth grade. And we or to play Doom, and then the browser, the entire thing was just bookmarked like XXX girls, like triple boobs, like MILF or whatever. The entire
I think that's
top
before
of
you
his
could
browser.
clear your browser history too.
Yeah.
I think that was
It
just.
wasn't the history. It was literally like under like the homepage, like when you like those top of
I know
top
that.
of your
Yeah,
browser,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the left, the right.
What I loved about this is that my dad got caught once by my mom,
Oh
and he
God.
tried to blame it on me. And I was like, I guess.
John was like, "Wait, I didn't know that site existed. I want that site." No, he definitely started the porn revolution. I think using John's internet. People don't know this. So I had stayed.
Oh, that you guys were roommates for a while.
I
We were
lived with
roommates.
John for what was it, like a month? No, 6 months.
No.
It felt like 6 months.
It was longer than a month. It was like 3 to 4 months. I thought.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was more than a month, less than 6 months, so somewhere in between.
I love John's
After you burned
storytelling.
down your apartment, is the statute of limitations
I didn't
expired?
burn
Did
it
you finally
down.
admit to burning down your apartment?
No, the roof guys.
Joe was
burned
trying
it
to
down.
cook some girl at dinner, and it didn't go well.
No, I was on the phone. I was on the phone with my girlfriend at the time, and I said, "Oh yeah, there's some fire trucks here. I'll call you right back." And the next morning,
Little did you know,
yeah, that was the end
your
of that.
apartment was burning down. Yeah, you guys were roommates for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I thought about it very recently. There was this weird chicken nugget ad.
I try to forget that moment in life.
Did you say a weird chicken nugget? Everything goes back to chicken nuggets with Joe.
It goes back to chicken nuggets. There was a
It's all
weird
about the chicken nuggets.
There was a weird chicken nugget ad that popped up randomly on Instagram. I guess they know me too well already. And I remember a moment with John where John and I were left to our own devices. John, where were your parents? Your parents went somewhere. And
Yeah, they traveled a lot.
Yeah,
so
they always
disappeared.
traveled.
I know exactly what story you're bringing up.
yeah, and so
I know exactly
John and
what
I
story you're bringing
went shopping to go get food, and we like bought, of course, the worst food. We got like French fries and chicken nuggets, but like grocery store French fries and chicken nuggets, so that we could like make continuously later
I don't
on.
know how you guys even live this long with your lack of exercise and diet.
But the best
I was
part
skinny
about
as
these
a
chicken
twig.
nuggets that we had was
Yeah.
the cheesy center.
Oh, so we had bought exactly. So we accidentally bought.
We bought the wrong
We
ones.
bought the wrong
Were they
ones.
frozen too?
Yeah,
Or are they
no.
fresh?
Yeah.
Oh god, frozen chicken
No,
nuggets stuffed
they were
with
fresh.
cheese.
They were fresh from the meat department.
No.
Oh my god!
No, we
The
had to
meat
cook
department,
them.
some guy,
No.
the guy at Associated was just shoving in fucking
Shoving in.
brie to chicken nuggets.
It was so bad because we didn't know it until
Oh
we
my
made
God.
like half of the
We
thing.
didn't see the tag or the label that
because
says,
they
like,
were
with
right next to
cheese.
each other. It's the exact
It's
same
cheesy
thing.
center.
Yeah,
Why
one
would they put cheese in chicken nuggets?
exactly.
Man, how slow is your kid that you need to not only feed them chicken nuggets, but they need to put cheese in it too, or the kid's not going to eat.
And
At
it
a certain
was-
point, the kid should just starve to death. Am I right, John?
and at
You need that much
cheese-
that much bribery to get the kid to eat. Just let him starve.
the cheese was like whiz cheese. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
was
Oh, yeah.
so nasty.
Oh, so like they literally, so it wasn't like they stuffed in, like
they-
they
they,
literally
like,
just took like a
stuck the
pipe
bottle,
and like
yeah.
shot in.
exactly.
And like the little hose or something, they had like a little pipe and they just stuck it in the middle and like shot
Yep.
some.
and just shot it in there. It was so
that's
bad.
absolutely disgusting.
And
They clearly don't sell it anymore, right?
John, I think they still do actually, but John and I, because we had bought the nuggets one time beforehand, so we just re-bought the same thing, or what we thought is. The packaging
We
was
thought it was the
exactly the same,
package,
except
Who's
for
leaving you guys alone in the house?
it was great. And so it was like late at night, and we were hungry, and we both at the same time, I think, took a bite, and we're like, oh, we're like, what is this? Because especially when you bite into something and you're not expecting, like, some crappy cheese.
Oh, definitely. Who's expecting
surprise?
Like of all things,
nasty little surprise.
it was horrible.
It's like cum in your mouth or something,
But wait,
right? It's
wait.
it's probably all warm and liquid. You probably shot in your mouth, right?
But so it gets worse though, because
Ew.
John and I didn't really plan ahead for anything else. Instead of stopping eating those, we dissected them and basically like scraped out the cheese from
just
the
scraped out the
inside.
cheese. Oh yeah, okay.
Well, we had no other money.
We had nothing.
Because we spent all our money on beef nuggets and fries for the week.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't like mustard. I've taken like a chicken cutlet and just literally like wiped it down with a napkin and got all the mustard off it. Of course. What else are you gonna do? Yeah, no, you definitely have to like take the just scrape the cheese out of the middle of the nugget.
Or we cut around them. I think we had
there's
a
still
whole
a
bunch
little
of
bit of residue, but like it's fine.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
What did you say, John? That
we had a whole
cut
bunch
around
of we cut around them, so we had a whole bunch of like cheesy middles.
Yeah, we had the centers. It was like the donut center.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then I think my brother was there. I think he ate all the
Ew! Oh God, it was so bad.
Is there anything worse than buying like the slightly wrong version of it? Because like it's all lined up in the store together.
Yeah,
like you don't realize it that you're buying it like you're buying like orange juice, but like you buy orange juice like with like fucking
America's
saccharin
Choice
instead of sugar or something. Like there's nothing worse. I did that once with movies. I had one of Joe's crushes, one of the ones who the one that got away from Joe that it was a summer. And,
I don't want to know about this.
And our mutual friend was away for the summer, so she needed to find some time. So she's finding some time with me. So we decided to go out to my parents' garage for movie night, as you did back in the day.
For all the listeners that don't know,
I know what this
Tim's
story.
Garage.
We've never discussed Tim's garage.
Was the place to be.
In 7th grade, it was like the place to be.
Well, this was like the summer, I think, between 11th and 12th grade, or between 12. I guess between 11th and 12th grade.
Oh, that's when it was
the difference.
And we tried to rent The Exorcist, but we ended up renting The Exorcist 4. And let me tell you, that was movie. I'm not sure I was going to get much, but I got less than I should have gotten because of The Exorcist 4. So I know it's no cheese and chicken nuggets, which is absolutely disgusting, but I just want to let you know that like the little difference between like The Exorcist and The Exorcist 4 box, when all those things are lined up at Blockbuster Video and you got your boner just like sticking out the bottom of your shorts.
You thought getting The Exorcist was the movie.
Yeah, I think there's a flaw here.
I think there's a flaw
I'm with John on this.
No, I think that was with her. No, that was something that she. No, that was something that she was like, oh, let's watch a scary movie or something. I think she wanted an excuse to like cuddle up to me or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, like there was definitely like a mutual like, is something gonna happen here kind of thing. Yeah, like we were both scheming. Because I don't like scary movies, so I was not gonna pick that.
Well, we all know you weren't in it for the movie, Tim.
I've been like, let's watch Face Off.
Yeah, I would have done the same too. I said, fuck this, let me watch some Bond movie.
My now wife, that was I guess when I realized she was really into me, because the first time I went over to her place, we watched London. No, what's the one before that? The White House has fallen. Not White House down, but the one has fallen.
Yeah.
So whatever the first of fallen, Eagle has fallen, or the nest has fallen.
So something fallen. Yeah.
And she fell asleep, and I watched the whole thing. And it was great. And then we were only seeing each other for like 10 days. And then she woke up and we still made out. And I was like, you know what? That's pretty cool. Like she just like, you know what? Just I'm going to take a nap. You enjoy your movie. And then when we wake up, we can make out. It was like a 5th date or something. Yeah.
That reminds me of a really great sex story that I'm going to tease for another episode, because it has to be a Joe story.
All your stories about sex stories are just breaking stories.
No. Okay, maybe it is. Never mind. It was one of my. Never mind. You know what? You're right. I'm not going to tell the story.
Those times, and there was not always a lot to brag about.
So no, John.
In hindsight, though.
Huh?
I'm saying in hindsight, everything's a bragging story for Joe.
Yeah, everything's a bragging story. What do you think I have this show for? I just want to tell people how great my life is. I love my life.
Joe's posted the show as like a singles ad, like how in the old days he used to do those like singles videos. You know, the guys like in front of a green, like a big like a backdrop, and like, you know, come on, ladies, you know, I'm an accountant. And I like dogs.
You know, they still do those, right?
Joe needed this activity to add to his dating profile. So
yeah, I have Pilot on there, radio coach. Well, no. Let's rewind. Tim's biggest pickup line back in the day was, you know, I'm on radio show. Tim used to try to pick up girls with telling them that he's on this radio show.
No, I thought his greatest pickup line.
Does it count as the biggest if it never worked?
What? His greatest pickup line was, "Yo, I could hit it."
For real? No one gets that reference.
There was even buttons. He even had buttons.
So
yeah, I never had a pickup line. They never worked.
Pickup lines.
I never had one either.
What's weird is, okay, this is how I look at pickup lines. I wouldn't want to actually date a girl that got won over by a pickup line. That's my stance.
Well, there's really nothing wrong you can say. If someone is into you, there's nothing wrong you can say to them. That's the funny thing about pickup lines. Like no one has ever been won over by a pickup line. People have definitely like talked themselves out of it, but that was something I learned like in my late 20s, was that
bad pickup lines?
Because we started going out to the bar, and it turned out like there were girls who were like going to get with me as long as I did not do anything stupid between when they decided they wanted to get with me and we actually got together. And it took me like literally, I was like 26 or 27 before I figured that out. And I realized like how much
that's right around when you became I
literally talked myself out of pussy for like 15 years. Like I literally, I went back to all my life and I was like, oh my God, like all those girls, like all I had to do was just not do anything. Like they were there to hook up with me. And then like in the time between like when we started and when hooking up time would have been, I did or said something incredibly stupid.
All you had to do was not press
off.
Play. All you had to do was not press play on The Exorcist.
Oh, not The Exorcist. All I had to do.
All you had to do was not go to the Blockbuster and rent the wrong movie.
Rent the wrong movie.
You could just go for a walk and you would have got more action.
You know,
going back to where we started, what are we supposed to do now, John?
About tiger porn?
I guess Joe.
Oh, well, how far back are we going?
Now we know. Yes, going back to porn. So now we know. Like, I'm not sure. Like, John's dad's a big pervert, but like the rest of us, like, I'm not sure they knew what was available, what we were doing.
Oh, okay, this topic.
We could download it. So what do we do now? As parents,
as you guys parents,
when our children grow up and you have like a 15-year-old kid who's like, everyone goes to bed at 9:30 and he wants to stay downstairs on the computer till midnight. Like, are we supposed to pretend like he's not just looking at like that one dog porno anymore?
Oh God! I hope that thing is not still going around.
It's still gonna go around.
Yeah. You know what I mean, John? Like,
there's like the net nannies, there's the rat, like there's a ton of stuff out there, but like also like
you just cock
some
block
of those
them.
things, like
you just assume they're perverts and you cock block them, or you just like let them.
Joe needed
like,
to watch that video to know that he never wants to have sex with animals. Like he had to see that.
Yeah,
video.
You know what? I had to learn the hard way. Well, you know what? I'm pretty sure that most parents at some point in time realize masturbation has commenced in their kids' lives. Like
well, some of the tissues are all gone. You're like going to Costco twice a week to pick them up the new boxes.
Strange timing of showers, or like all those things add up, and it's
all of a sudden one forearm looks like Donkey Kong.
Just there's too much. You're too stupid to realize how obvious you are because the horniness clouds your judgment of sneakiness. The horniness overrides sneakiness every time. So as sneaky as you can be, if you are also trying to get sex, you're not as sneaky as you think you are. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that.
So we just play dumb. So the answer is you just play stupid because you need to let them figure it out.
I think that's what my parents did. They just played dumb. Like, John doesn't have girls walking in and out of his door, his bedroom at 4 a.m. or in the morning. No, that's not happening.
Who were just having sex with Joe.
Yes, with somebody who's not their son.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, when I was fairly young and still having sex at the young age, I was
still having sex.
I was having sex at an early age, and I had those girls sleep over sometimes, which I don't know how the other parents. I don't know how. I just don't know how. But yeah,
we know your parents weren't around.
Yeah, well, that's true too. My parents were sometimes.
So now with this whole social distance shit, everything's shut down. So I have a new running route that I have to do, and it brings us back.
Jesus.
Justin, one of our friends who's been on the show, asked his ex-girlfriend's house from high school, and all I could think about was they lived together in 10th grade, and how fucking weird is that? Because you're saying having a girl sleep over, he literally would sleep over his girlfriend's house in 10th grade or 11th grade for
we were all doing that
months.
Yeah,
she lived with her parents. Isn't that weird? I'd be like, what the fuck are you? Get out of here. Come back when you're
her parents were an odd one though.
That's weird.
They accepted it. They embraced it. It was kind of weird. That
they might have a camera set up or something. That might have been their fetish.
Ooh, can we search it?
Shower cam or something. Yeah.
Just as long as it's not the fucking dog porno, I'm fine with that.
I just think how weird. Looking back to it, how weird that is.
I got a great.
Just have somebody in high school with just let's just sure stay with us. Yeah, no.
I got a great topic.
That's weird.
Would you watch one of us in a porno if the girl was the most attractive thing you've ever seen in your life? Would you watch John or me?
That's
fuck the girl.
There's two questions.
Okay.
Would I watch one of you in a porno?
No, with
Absolutely.
that
girl. Would I watch one of you in a porno and masturbate to it? It has to be a really hot girl.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying though.
I would
There's
100%.
a really hot girl. It's whatever the most attractive thing you've ever had.
Yeah.
Think of whatever the hottest thing you can, and that's your exact perfect type. Would you watch John fuck her and jerk off to
absolutely.
it?
I'm saying yes, and jerk off to it. Yes, but if it was just an ugly girl, then I would just watch it and laugh, and then call my friends over and then watch it again, and then laugh again.
You do it just to get material for the radio show.
Oh,
it's
my
research.
God.
You would call it research.
Yeah. So if there is a porno and either of you guys are in it, and you send it to me accidentally by text message or something, there's gonna be a full viewing, on the 70 inch.
Oh my God.
I might figure out how to get it into 4K. I'm definitely inviting over friends and family.
It's your screen. It's your screen saver.
Would you have a Facebook watch party for this?
Oh God.
I'm assuming. Yeah. I mean, if I had to, I would do it streaming, but I'd prefer to I would go to jail for breaking the social distancing law. Just to have everyone over for
everyone over to watch.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, for sure. God. No, if you have to. Yeah, no. I mean, that was the rule with
the rule.
Yeah, no.
Tim,
when I had a roommate, the rule was if someone was banging with the door open, you just stood there and watched. And if someone was banging on the couch in the living room, then you just took your pants off and just saw what happened. So no, I'm to 100%. It's sexist.
Those are great house rules.
Yeah,
and
you guys never turned out, but at least we knew if it ever happened, I would have been there for it.
I can't remember.
Weren't there once talks of an Olympics?
Yes,
Sex Olympics.
The Sex Olympics.
Weren't there talks of an Olympic
I don't
Games?
remember what the Sex Olympics was though.
The Sex Olympics, where it was gonna be an endurance, a sex marathon. So there was gonna be multiple participants. It was on the honor system, and then I forget. Yeah. So you had to go.
There were something about Christmas lights flickering. And
yeah, there was some kind of way that you weren't all having sex in the same room, but you had to start having sex at the same time, and then report when it was over, and there was going to be, and then I forgot what the prize was.
Quick question.
I think it was just bragging rights. I don't think there was an actual prize.
Now you and John never lived together.
Nope.
No, you were the two people who have never lived together.
We shared rooms on vacation.
Yeah, but never extended,
and on weekend trips and stuff. But no, we never
had a month of each other or more.
No.
Interesting, because I've also
that's why we've been friends since second grade, because we kept our distance.
Because I did spend, obviously we just rediscovered that story of John and I living together for a couple of months, but I've never lived with Tim, and Tim's never lived with John, but yet you guys have lived with a bunch of other men.
Oh.
Just putting it out there.
We're not each other's types, I guess. I mean, what do you want me to say? I'm not a whore.
It's only been Joe and Justin.
Okay. No,
and the weird guys in Brooklyn. That's
there you go. The chicken coop guys.
We had our own beds, so it didn't count.
Well, I don't know. Well, do you think Tim's roommates didn't have their own beds? They slept in the same bed
no,
together.
It gets lonely in the winter down west. You know, it gets very lonely.
It was like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Obviously, he just all lived in one giant bed.
Oh, God. Well,
because remember, at some point, I was also the landlord too. You know, so then you get some extra.
Oh, I've seen that porn. That's a whole series. The landlord porn.
Yeah, they sent me $2,500,000.
$2,500,000. I love this $2,500,000 again. Oh, God,
I love it.
Well,
I'm pretty sure that's a good way that you can say it that way, can't you?
I don't think that's a real number, Tim.
You I think we found thousands. Could you have 100,000 and you have 200,000?
Yeah, but
2,500,000.
Because the numbers don't exist. That's like a little kid saying it.
Is it $2,500 or is it $25,000?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
no, it's $2,500,000.
I expect this from John.
Oh
no, John's giving me a math question. Okay, this time down this. Oh no,
we gotta go.
No.
Oh God.
Oh God,
you've been in that house with too much time.
Oh man. Okay,
Tim's
that was embarrassing.
Way too late thinking about podcast stories.
Oh God. All right. Well, this has been an excellent episode. We will catch everybody again next time.